Hi, everyone. You might recognize Jade Myers and some of her team members. They were here with us in the spring for a diaper drive when we did that for the Boys and Girls Club. So I'm excited to have them back. We've been waiting a long time to get this right with everyone's schedule. So Jade Myers, a proud Peoria native, brings nearly 7 years of dedicated leadership experience within various nonprofit agencies in her community. A significant portion of her impactful journey was spent serving youth at the Youth Farm location of the Children's Home Association of Illinois. It was during these transformative 6 years that Jade unearthed her passion for nonprofit leadership, driven by a profound commitment to making a positive difference. Last year, she took on the role of director for the Families 2000 program with the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Peoria, delving into the world of home visiting. This experience has deepened her understanding of the substantial impact that home visits can have on our community. Jade holds a bachelor's degree in psychology with an emphasis in behavior analysis from Purdue University, showcasing her commitment to understanding human behavior. Currently pursuing a master's degree in nonprofit leadership at Bradley University, she combines academic rigor with practical experience, preparing herself to contribute even more meaningfully to the nonprofit sector. Jade is driven by a steadfast desire to continue her service within the nonprofit sector in Peoria, aspiring to contribute to the community in diverse and impactful ways. Her academic background, coupled with hands-on experience, positions her as a dedicated advocate for positive change and community well-being. Sounds like a Rotarian, huh? Help me in welcoming Jade.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Jade. Like she said, I am the director with Families 2000. We are under the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Peoria. I am currently working on a master's degree in nonprofit leadership with Bradley University. So hopefully that will be soon. Maybe this.
Is your clicker working?
I have it on.
Please hold.
Try it.
There we go. All right. So about us, a lot of people, when they hear Boys and Girls Club, they think the after school program. However, there are two separate programs. So the after school program does serve youth 5 to 18. They serve around school time is let out, and then they pick them up around 6. They provide not just a daycare or anything like that, but actual STEM activities, help with homework, mentoring, those type of things. Our Families 2000 program helps families that have children 0 to 3. We also help prenatal mothers and dads as well. We are ISB funded. All of our funding does come from the Illinois State Board of Education, but we are always willing to do different fundraising opportunities as well. The Families 2000 program, we offer family support, parenting education, free screenings for mom and baby, as well as various resources and family supplies or baby supplies. Whoop. Our mission, verbatim, because it's very long, so bear with me. Our mission is to provide information, support, and encouragement for parents who need help with their children and help develop, to help their children develop optimally during crucial early years of life. Boys and Girls Club Families 2000 is a Parents as Teachers affiliate, which believes in a parent's ability to guide their children to learn to grow and develop to their full potential. We help prepare children age prenatal to 3 for the academic system through family empowerment strategies such as enhancing parenting skills, counseling, home visitation, healthy living skills, developmental screenings, and creative activities to empower families to manage everyday life challenges. There's no fees associated with the participation of this program. So I saw this quote whenever I was preparing this speech for you today, and I thought it really encompassed what we do as a team. The quote reads, "If a family were a boat, it would be a canoe that makes no progress unless everyone paddles." And Letty Cotton Pogrebin, I was saying that right. I think I am Pogrebin, said that, and she's a social activist and an author of 11 books. We really try to offer that extra support where certain families do not, so that the family system is able to be successful. I'm having trouble with the clicker today. Okay, so what we do is family support again. Our home visitors will go out into the community and set goals with parents, whether that's single mom or single dad, for their children and for them, and keep track to make sure they're meeting those goals effectively. We offer parent education, which would be making sure parents are providing safe sleep for their babies, laying on the back. That's the safest way. I know it's changed over the years. And we really do love to teach parents and children through play. Babies and children love to play, and that's the best way that they do learn. We also offer group connections. So everybody that is enrolled in our program, they can come together. We usually offer a dinner, so mom or dad doesn't have to worry about cooking that night, and we do an activity. We have recently saw a need for families to get in the community, and so we reached out and had the families meet us at Tanner's, I think it was in October, and we had a huge turnout. It was one of our biggest turnouts. About 50 people showed up. They were able to eat and enjoy interacting with other children that were there, as well as other moms and dads, get them socialized, and they had a good time. The screenings that we offer, those are really important. We offer for both parents and child. The child screenings we offer is called ASQ3, that measures a child's development, sees if they're on the right track, and if they're not, we can set interventions in place, recommend them to early intervention. We also offer a social and emotional screening. It's called the ASQSE for social and emotional, and that measures how the child's ability to regulate their emotions. So then if they're not regulating appropriately, we can also set resources in place for that. The parents receive a depression screening once a year or as needed. We use the CESD as well as the Edinburgh for prenatal mothers. We also have a screening if we suspect maybe it's not a safe environment for mom or dad. It's a domestic violence screening, and we can utilize that to see if the environment is safe for parents and babies. And we also utilize resource networking. We are a hub for information. The team I work with, they know a lot about what's going on in the community, and if a family's in need, they will reach out to see what resources we're able to connect them with. And we also offer baby supplies. So that could be diapers and wipes, high chairs, car seats, those type of things. We do offer diapers and wipes bi-weekly. So every time a home visitor goes on a visit and meets with a family, they receive diapers and wipes through Loving Bottoms. The high chairs and car seats, when those are donated to us, we can then give those back. We do try to gain other resources for car seats and high chairs, as through our funding with ISB, it's not always a resource that's available. Meet our team. So I have the best team that I get to work with doing this. It's not easy every day to go into people's homes. Sometimes we don't meet them beforehand and just give them the best care possible. Our first team member that is listed is our newest team member. Her name is Portia Dawson. She has a lot of experience in child development. She has ran her own class for daycare, and she's really excited to learn a bunch of what we do. And she brings a lot of energy and positive energy to our team. Our next team member is Ashley Heron. She is, I think she's been with us for about 4 years, so she's the veteran of the team. We go to her for all the questions and any kind of IT issues I have. She's right there. And she is currently working on a master's degree in clinical counseling, psychology. She's going to be a therapist. And so we are blessed to have that expertise whenever we do need an extra hand with families dealing with mental health. It's wonderful. Miss April Hudson, she comes to us from the school district, so she's got a lot of experience in education, and she is so open and honest with all of us. And whenever her families do need that extra help, she's there to provide any resource available, and will even go out in the community and seek those resources when we don't have them available. And Miss Morgan Wertz, she is a ray of sunshine. She is so sweet, and she will do anything for her clients. And by anything, I mean hold their hand in court hearings or help them jump their car or whatever her families need. They know that they can call Morgan because she's really passionate about her work here.
Can you ladies stand up real quick?
Yeah, sure. Oh, sorry. You're wonderful. Thank you. So our program, we are based from the Parents as Teachers curriculum, and we do what it says. We want to make parents teachers. We want to give them the empowerment and the tools to provide a successful family unit. So with Parents as Teachers, it improves school readiness and enhances parenting skills, as well as helps with community engagement and reduces disparities. We are really focused right now on community engagement. We see that a lot of our families are not getting out in the community as well as they should. And it's important because it helps baby grow and it helps baby experience a lot of things. So how our visits work is we have a wonderful home visitor reach out to a family that is in need of a services, extra family support. They go to their homes or meet them in the community. Sometimes they may come to the office if the family's more comfortable with that. And they meet them 1 to 2 times a month based on their stressors. We have a list of stressors where we determine what their need is, and that could be mental health issues, substance abuse, a parent that's been incarcerated, single parents, low income, those type of things. And based off of those stressors, we determine how often the family needs to be seen. Each one of our home visitors, they have about 18 to 25 families, and that it ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's hard to always keep a family if they move or they decide they don't want to be in the program, they come back. But for a general sense, 18 to 25. And that's with multiple children as well. So our demographics, we currently have 58 families that we serve in Peoria County and Tazewell County. We are so, yeah, that's right. Woo! You did serve in the beginning of the year, so around this time, we had 30 families. And coming into this position, I really wanted to grow the program. We could do so much with this program. And when we looked at the results doing this speech here, we realized that we had 58 families, which is huge. So that's 28 more families than we did about 6 months ago. 5 of our families have experienced homelessness or housing insecurity. That could be, a family crisis happens, they had to move quickly. 7 of them experienced domestic violence, whether that's other family members in the home, mom or dad. And 50 of our 58 families are single parent households. So that's 86% of the families that we serve in Peoria County and Tazewell County who are single parents. We do have a target population. So we would love to serve at-risk or lower income families. We want to serve prenatal mothers and single parent families with children 0 to 3. That does not mean we will not serve any other family. So we have a lot of different people who call us who need services, whether that's foster families that have a baby who is an immediate replacement and they don't have any diapers or supplies on hand. They give us a call and we can run that out to them. We also have grandparents who get a surprise grandchild that they take on, and we can offer assistance there as well.
Where do you get these people?
I will get to that. There's
Come on,
we
Dolly.
just get them all over. The challenges that they face are low socioeconomic status, single parent households, like I mentioned before, and a lot of our families face issues such as limited access to healthcare and limited access to mental health services. The mental health services is everybody in Peoria right now. There is a 6 to 10 month wait list on if you are even depressed and just need someone to talk to, a therapist. So we're able to connect these families with other resources such as Goodwill, who now takes people who are in that process of getting a therapist, but they're just on a wait list. And we can refer them to Family Corps, who also does that as well. Some of our families have cultural and language barriers. I have called households to set up appointments to come visit them, and they don't speak English. So we will reach out to another agency and provide a translator for any language that they have, or we can have a translating service, do that for them as well. Our families have challenges with domestic violence or family crisis, and their family crisis could be their tire popped that day, and it is going to ruin their day, their week, their month. They're not going to be able to get to work. So if I were to say my tire popped, it may not be as impactful as me with having some extra family support, things like that. But when people don't have family support, it can become a larger issue. And of course, lack of social support and housing instability, which I mentioned earlier. So the impact on the families is it improves maternal and child health. So every year we have a paper document that we contact mom and dad and make sure that child has been seen by a doctor. Of course, if they're newborn, we make sure that they reach those milestone appointments as well. We also prevent I guess it would lower the risk of child abuse and neglect due to having somebody in the home, as well as offering that support for like social emotional support for families so that they're able to work through those challenges. This also increases the family education level and the earning potential. So we can reach out to parents if they do not have a college education, if they don't have a career, and connect them with resources in the community, which does raise their earning potential so they don't have to rely so much on those services. The impact on the community is kind of like what I just said, the reducing the strain on public services. When we empower families to do better, they will do better. When we give them that extra support, they will no longer have to use public services. We have tons of families who don't even qualify to be in our program right now because we've empowered them to do the best that they can. Impact on community, it does prevent child maltreatments. And we connect families to a variety of resources, like I said before, which also helps for a variety of reasons: domestic violence, clothing, transportation. 93% of our families that are enrolled read every day to their children, which is also a huge impact because it helps with cognitive growth as well as expanding their vocabulary. Some statistics is according to the 0 to 3 National Center for Infants and Toddlers, home visiting in general, not just our program, but home visiting provides positive impacts on indicators related to cognitive development and behavior, including higher IQs, language scores, and higher GPA by age 9. Home visiting also helps parents support children by increasing positive interactions, creating developmentally stimulating environments. So we can say that we're helping children and families that have prenatal or 0 to 3, but whenever we do get introduced into the home, we're helping them for a lot longer than 3 years old, because the cognitive growth that they develop within our program will be lifelong. Which brings me to Sarah. Sarah, that's not her real name for this speech, and I did get permission to share her story. She was a 19-year-old mother 2 years ago when she entered our program with one of our home visitors. She did not have a job, she was in a domestic violence situation, and she did not have an education at the time. She was also estranged from her family due to other neglect and abuse. Enter one of our home visitors, who gave her the empowerment to leave her abuser, as well as recognize that her child may need early intervention services. So her child is now 2 and receiving those services and on track to go into preschool. So good for her. She also just recently graduated HVAC school, and she is getting a job employed through HVAC at a local hospital here in Peoria. And she's attending therapy for her severe anxiety issues. When I first met this client, she did not feel comfortable going into a coffee shop. And so that kind of helped her out with that. We had a home visitor holding her hand to get her into the appointment. So she sees those regularly now. So how do we get these clients? We collaborate with a variety of other agencies in Peoria and Tazewell counties. The main the main company that we do collaborate with is Loving Bottoms Diaper Bank. That's where we get our diapers and our wipes from. Sometimes they do have hygiene products and those kind of things on hand, but mostly diapers and wipes. We have an agreement with them where we pay a small fee and they provide us with enough diapers to take care of 50 children, which is 2,500 diapers. Now, we do have 73 children, I believe. And so we are over capacity because we have grown the program within the last 6 months. So we are waiting to move up a tier so that they are able to provide us more diapers, but we can't do that right now until they have the resources as well. We partner with AOK Network, which is a monthly meeting where leaders or other home visitors, other early childhood educators meet up, and it's a very supportive kind of like team where if we have a question about something, someone's going to know. If we need resources, somebody's going to know. Very positive and social environment. And how we get these, IRIS. So IRIS is a program where you sign up and you become a user, and it's connected to all different types of agencies in Peoria, Tazewell County, even Woodford, I think even south and way up north. So if the Peoria Police Department meets up with someone who needs our services, they can get into IRIS and send that referral. If they have multiple agencies they can send that to, instead of handing them a pamphlet full of information that's probably going to end up in the glove box, we can reach out to them right away when those services are needed, which is really great. So a lot of our referrals come through IRIS, and we get them from Family Connect. Sometimes we get them from other agencies that can no longer serve them due to overpopulation, things like that, or they're aging. We also network with other resources. So a lot of people did not know about our program when I first started about a year ago, probably still don't. So we are out there at resource events. We are at Manual School this month doing the Get Yourself Tested event. We go to the Day of Play anytime it comes up. Any trunk or treats at the East Bluff Community Center, we are there just getting the word out about what we do. The future of Families 2000, I would love to see this program grow. I think I said that before. I hope to utilize strategic planning to meet our goals, whatever those goals look like whenever we do meet, as far as growth, mostly gaining clients. Marketing, we would like to use those marketing tools that we have available, mostly social media. We see that works the best. I think that's just where the world's going. Partnerships, we would love to partner with other agencies and grow the resources that we can offer our families, as well as just be a little bit more educated about other resources that may be out there that we just don't know about. We also would love to provide a training or a service. So we are always staying up on our trainings as far as like mental health, first aid, those type of things. But specifically, we would love to try to do like a car seat check. And so we want to get someone certified to be able to come in and do that. And through those, we hope to grow the program through other initiatives. And so we really just want to support as many families as we can. And we will do that. It's not an option. Again, we are ISB funded, and we thank ISB, the Illinois State Board of Education, for supporting us in our mission. We are on a prevention initiative grant, which focuses on teaching rather than giving. So if someone is in need of a resource like a car seat, we want to teach them how to get that themselves. In conclusion, we really focus on support. I probably said support a bunch of times through this speech, but through support and empowerment, we are really transforming lives. And how to help. You all have already helped. So I believe it was last spring, we did a diaper drive here. You supported us greatly, and you supported us so much that you guys raised, and ladies, raised 2,600 diapers and 70 packs of wipes, which served 53 children. And those were taken to Loving Bottoms Diaper Bank, part of our agreement, and they were able to serve babies all over Illinois, not just in Peoria. We really would love to get the word out about our program. So if you know somebody that needs our services, that could benefit from parent education, getting more involved in the community, we would love to have them. And we also do provide information on other resources. So a lot of people call us if you are sent someone that maybe you don't know where other resources to send them. We are a hub for that information. These ladies have been out in the community and they know quite a bit, so give us a call. Thank you. And I would like to open it up if anybody does have any questions. I am willing to answer those.
You. I just wondered, I know the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Peoria also have a great program beyond the babies, the
Yes.
0 through 3. Is there a transition? Do you see a natural transition into the next level? And they do have what, 100% graduation rate? When,
Yes.
something like that, yeah. So it's pretty successful, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and that is where we see that there's a gap right now, is at 3 to 5. So we can serve 5 to 18 in the Boys and Girls Clubs at the club, so we call them, but there is a gap 3 to 5. In order for us to get that, we would have to get another grant to support those age groups, which would be great because we've already grown the program so much this year. We do hope to do that to fill that gap, and they'll be able to go right to the Boys and Girls Club and learn a lot more from there. Cover all the ages, 0 to 18. That is our thought, so thank you for that.
Any other questions?
What's your typical day with the ladies when you go out? You're making calls during the day, the evenings, weekends? What's your work week look like?
Yeah, so their schedule is 8 to 4, 9 to 5, sometimes 10 to 6, depending on the needs of the client. I mentioned earlier that Miss Morgan will do anything for her clients. I am sure she's worked a weekend or two just to meet them where they're at. That is our job. And we always say it in the office, we're meeting these families where they're at. So if a mom can't meet until on a Saturday, we will. We meet them at their homes, so we do drive to their homes. If they want to meet at Starbucks, we'll do that, or even come to our office. I know that Miss Morgan has, like I said, held hands, filing order of protections against abusers. We will meet them anywhere. So they do work day shift, but a lot of our families are done working by 5, 6 o'clock. So we do offer a virtual option or a phone check-in. It isn't just, oh, I'm meeting with this person for an hour, once or twice a month. We're constantly in connection with our families.